Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show. Divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Hey everybody, Sunday, and here we are again, Sunday, right back at you. That quick, like I was just sitting here last Sunday. Last Sunday was Father's Day show. It's kind of weird. We were all over the map as usual, but we did, luckily we did touch on Father's Day. Come and gone till next year, but Father's Day, Mother's Day, as I said, should be every day, because when it's over, it's over. And for your mothers and fathers, if you're a mother or a father, I mean, you're living it, but that's something you have to teach to your children. Hell of a week, and lots going on. You know, anybody, I guess, I get some people that they say, oh, Peter, you know, you living the dream. I'm saving it for the book. I got a lot to tell you, even this week. What a ass ache. The shit I got to go through just to be is no different than yours, my ladies and gentlemen. But we all have our headaches, you know. It just comes in different sizes and shapes, and, you know, our finances come in different zeros, but one man's worrying about $10 and another one's worrying about $10,000, and, you know, it's just as big. But I get it, you know. Would you rather have $10 or would you rather have $100,000? But it is what it is. Before we start, I want to start with everybody in the watch party stuff. I'm going to mention it a couple of times. We rebroadcast the show 3 times this week to pick up people that don't get to stay up late and want to watch. We decided we're going to rebroadcast a couple of times during the week and different times during the day to pick up those people, because I'm finding out very quickly that there's a whole lot of people that don't know I'm here, and we need to make this happen. So the watch party, I ask you, if you give a shit about anything that, you know, in the direction, and if I'm worthy of, while you're watching me, you hit the share button, and it's going to say, hey, you know, would you like to share it, and would you like to start a watch party, and just do that, and then it goes out to your friends, because I'm telling you, I can't go anywhere and talk to anybody who doesn't have something to gripe about. Especially, you know, when I first started this, the Peter G Show on, you know, divorce and single parenting. That was any room I walk into, somebody is divorced, somebody is going through a divorce, or somebody's been through a divorce, and that stuff stains you for life. It changes you as a human being, and that's a fact, and I think I can get an amen on that. But the thing is that with this show, I decided to, you know, make it a little bit more lighten up. We'll just bitch about anything. Anything is bothering you. I mean, I'm cool with that. But it's a good thing. I mean, I find that people just want to be heard. And that brings me up with tonight's topic, if he shows up when I call him. But the thing is, please start a watch party. In fact, I'm going to do that too. Watch. Everybody, I'm going to do this. Watch party, yeah. Oh, yeah, gotta love the watch party. And it says, look, my private page is starting a watch party right now, and then we're going to go to the Peter G Show page, which I hope a lot of you are watching from. And it's going to say, hey, Peter G is live right now, and that's like, no doubt, I am live. And recently posted, I can't do that. So just do it. I mean, again, you might be passing on something, doing good for somebody that doesn't even know that they need this kind of stuff, but it really does come in handy. And recently posted, come on, where are we? So anyway, all right. Also, as always, could not be here if it wasn't for my beloved Bolt Energy. Bolt Energy, whoops, where are you? Bolt Energy, electrify your senses, no preservatives. It's enriched with vitamins and antioxidants. It's a cleaner drink. Now you don't have to drink a whole lot of it. And it tastes good. When we were doing the show last week, somebody texted and they go, well, you know, what is your show? Is your show about infomercial, or are you going to do a show? Yes, I am going to do a show. But the thing is, they sponsor me. It's, you know, it's part of the whole deal. I could not be here if it wasn't for Bolt Energy. And so I thank them. And not only that, it's tasty. So I'm going to pop open a can like I always do. Hang on. And tonight I'm going to I decided I wanted to pour it over ice. I can't do this. They asked me, they said, if you can just get it under a black light, because this stuff kind of glows in the dark, but I can't. They're bitching about the equipment, and I'm going to back up a little bit, take it easy. The hand signals are without words. They I can read their minds. Anyway, if you can see it. Oh, you can't see it. It's too clear looking. But you can hear it. Ah. Oh. Ooh la la. Listen to that. That's the sound of happiness. Once I get a couple of sips in, and then I'm ready to go. But anyway, Bolt Energy, ask for it in stores. They're growing. It's not easy trying to be somebody, especially energy drinks. There's a million of them out there, and it's a lot of them go down quick. But the thing is, these people, I love them to death because they are focused, and so am I. And together, he's helping me, and in return, but on top of that, like I said, I truly believe I wouldn't do this if it tasted like shit, and if I thought it was just some phony baloney stuff, I wouldn't do it. I'm the one thing I can't do is smile when I don't want to. That is a fact. I would never be an actor in Hollywood because I'm not a good faker. So I am what I am. I love you guys. Bolt Energy. Ask for it in stores tonight. Let's get with tonight. I'm not going to open up the phone lines yet because tonight I'm going to set this up and then I'm going to call him because he told me to call him. I have somebody who I've known since he was a kid. I gave him drum lessons when he was younger, and I have not seen him in decades. He's a man now. He's probably, I want to say, if not late 30s, early 40s. He's not a happy man, though. He's got a couple of kids, a couple of baby mamas, and I don't know what's going on with him. And I have quietly, semi-quietly watched him over the years on Facebook throw up on Facebook. And this is my point. People say, why do you want to talk about this stuff? It's like people talk about it all the time. So why wouldn't you want, what's the difference? Your prayers for my mama. I mean, that's sweet. You know what I mean? Because you love your mama. Or so-and-so and going through all this crap. And it's like you're telling everybody anyway. So what's the difference? I find that people want to be heard. You got something on your chest. You want to get it out, and you want somebody to listen to you. I'm listening. I mean, on top of that, I told this guy's having a hard time, and I don't know what's the truth and what's fiction. And I said, I'm not going to, because from what I get from what I'm watching with him, I just want to call him a dumbass and smack him in the head out of love. Because it's like, dude, what is going on with you? You're a grown man, and there's all this crap going on, and you have children. But I told him, I said, you come on this show, and you tell me first. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt to tell me what the hell is going on with you. And we'll see, and we'll take it from there. I don't know if he's going to convince me or not that, whatever his story is, but I'm willing to listen to it. So that's the whole thing. And he says, okay, I'll come on the show because he's got a couple of kids, and I'm more concerned about the kids getting destroyed from a bunch of bullshit because he's just, you cannot talk to children. This is where I start getting really upset. You cannot talk to children like you're talking to an adult and expect them to understand, even though they think that they understand. It doesn't work like that. You're fucking them up. It's that simple. And again, I get passionate about this because, you bring these kids into the world, and I know stuff happens. Life isn't a bowl of cherries, as I always say. But the thing is, don't expect to talk to your children like they're adults, and they get it. Even though they shake their heads, yeah, they're little. They don't deserve this crap. So tonight, I said I wasn't going to. I said tonight I was going to call him up, let him state his case. If he answers, and if he doesn't answer, then I'm going to talk about him anyway. But and it'll shoot my whole show down the tubes because believe me, talking to him is probably I could give him four 1 hour segments, and I don't think we're going to cover it all. But I wanted to get the gist of it, and I said I'm going to call you around quarter of the hour, and please be awake. And I just text him to give him a heads up, and he hasn't texted me back. But we're going to call him anyway. And if he doesn't answer, he doesn't answer. But that's what we're going to do tonight. At least that's the plan. So stick with me. I see Bob from Encino's watching. Hello, Bob. I got some fans. I also got some not so fans. It's like I'm sick. I'm getting sick and friggin' tired of insecure old guys. I don't What is with you guys, man? Girlfriends and all ex. The women watch this show. They do. And and that's good because I need both men and women to watch this show. And in fact, I want your comments. I want to know what you think. Again, share right now when you're watching this. Even if you watch the rebroadcast during the week, you can hit the share button and start a watch party and let people know that, hey, I think this guy's not too bad, or maybe he is, but I still want to share him anyway because once in a while he comes up with something pretty good. But that's the whole deal. Share it. I'm doing this the backward ass hard way, but I believe in Facebook. I want to do this to say I did it this way because I like Facebook. Facebook has a lot of great people on it, a lot of nice people that just, it's a community. And I truly feel that you got to get this old because some kids go, Facebook's for old people. It's like, all right, whatever. But you got to get this old to have stuff in your life to have, color, both the ups and the downs. So don't tell me that, Facebook isn't happening. People are on Facebook way too much, telling way too much. All I'm here for is for you to call in and tell me what's bugging you. Tonight, I'm not, and I'll take calls if he doesn't answer, but tonight I want to call somebody and I want to see what's going on with him because he's a baby daddy and it's a chaotic mess, if you ask me. But I told him I'd call him at 1:15, and we got a couple more minutes. But that's it. I will take a call if anybody wants to call real quick before I call him. But other than that, we're going for baby daddy disaster. And I don't want to turn this into any kind of Jerry Springer bullshit. But it's kind of, there we go. I see you. Okay, I'm going to call you. And actually, I'll call you now. And we'll get to the bottom of this because it's for the benefit of all. And I think it'll do everybody a lot of good. So without further ado, this is what I'm going to do. You got his number together? Thank you. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Whoa, that's loud. Easy, boys. Easy, boys. One ringy dingy.
Hello?
Jeff?
Yes.
How you doing, man?
Well, I've had better months.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to start first. I appreciate you picking up the phone. It takes a lot of balls. But as I said before, I think this is just as good for you as it is for everybody else. But
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen you in decades, correct?
Yes, sir.
Last time I saw you, you were a kid almost,
Yeah, I was your drum student.
That's right. How old are you now?
47.
47. See, I was wrong. I thought you were in your late 30s, early 40s. Time flies. So
Yes, sir, it does.
So, I got to tell you though, besides the recent episodes I've been watching of you, it's a kind of a saga. But again,
Yeah.
I want to hear you out because I think it'll do you as more good than what you're doing right now. But
Yes, it is.
I've been watching you for years though, several years on Facebook since we became friends on Facebook. I've been watching you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and hey, everybody's saying hey. So. I've been watching, so this is where you got me, because I've been watching a lot of, hang on one second, I got to tag Bolt Energy. All right, so I've been watching you for a while, and there's been a lot of crazy shit going on with you. Is that fair enough?
Yes, and then some, yes.
All right.
It has been stupid and embarrassing.
All right, well, good, cool. I'm glad you because now I find you, looking for Jesus and all that, and I'm glad. You know what I mean?
And that's not why, but yeah, go ahead.
But it's a good start. You need a little bit of everybody needs a little accountability. But I'm gonna ask you because I thought several years ago you had some. I didn't get to talk to you. I fly in and out of Pensacola, and I'm busy as hell. And I tried to do what I can do, but it's hard. I was managing my elderly parents, and
I understand.
so it's tough. I can't see everybody.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
I thought you were ill of some sort. What is going on with you?
I am.
What do you have? So I can at least be fair.
I have tongue and throat cancer. It's called laryngeal, something I can't even pronounce. But yeah.
Okay, so how are you treating this?
Well, I'm not at the moment because I took a stupid point. Because in my life I focus too much on one thing instead of trying to do the right thing. I focus too much on one thing, and I let my mind wander, and bottom line is I got stupid. I've gotten stupid.
Okay.
And this is why I'm in the predicament I'm in.
Yes, because I think you are probably, from what I'm gathering, I don't know all the truth, but I'm getting little bits and pieces here and there. So let's back it up even more. Were you married? How many kids do you have? Let's start with that.
I have a daughter that's 24. I have a son that is 13. And with this present young lady, I have a son that's 3.5, will be 4 in November, and she is due in the next 6 months.
Wait a minute. Whoa, you lost me. How many kids do you have? 3?
All right. I have a daughter that's 24.
Right.
I have a son that's 13.
Okay.
And with the young lady that I was presently with,
okay,
I have a 3.5-year-old son, and she is 6 months pregnant now with our second.
Okay, so you're going to have 4 kids coming up, correct?
Yes, sir.
2 with one woman and 2 with another, correct?
Well, total of 3 baby mamas.
3 baby mamas.
Yeah, I know it sounds bad,
right,
but
you're killing me.
I know it. I'm killing me. It's not. It sounds worse than it really is.
Well, okay, but the thing is, all right. I just see what I see going on, and I get it. I get it.
I can only imagine what everybody else sees as well.
Well, the thing is, when I asked you, I said you need to come on this show, and you're going, look, I don't want everybody knowing. It's like, dude, less people are going to know who.
I've already done enough.
Yeah.
To let them see.
Oh no. But the thing is, doing this show, your name isn't plastered all over the place. Your name is plastered all over the place when you're doing what you're doing on there. And I get it. You're crying out loud. I get it. And
I am.
And I told you, I said, we're going to do this show, and then you're going to listen to this show afterwards. That way you can hear yourself.
Oh, I can only imagine. I've read myself.
Well,
I'm embarrassed enough.
Well, I don't know. You just keep doing it, bro.
I know it.
All right. Let me ask you another question. Is your mama still alive?
I'm not positive.
You haven't seen her?
No, I haven't.
And
Long story.
Oh my God. I liked your mom. I thought she was cool.
Yeah, I did too. But instead of, I can't really say anything without sounding ignorant or, because there's 2 sides to every story, but there's a long road of that as to why I haven't, and in my frame of mind, whether I'm wrong or right. If you got nothing good to say, you shouldn't say anything at all. Wow. And it's not that I don't keep up. It's just that I've kept up from a distance.
Oh my God. Look, okay.
There's been a long line of abuse to me from day one that no one knows about. And I just don't talk about it because, he said, she said, and I just rather just not ruffle any feathers.
Okay. All right, I'll give it that much. Again, I think there's 2 sides, so you have, I get it. But I'm looking at current because, again, I thought, you were really sick, and I have word, from your, I just hear word that I didn't know what, I thought you were dying.
I am.
Well, we're all dying,
Well, no, I'm numbered, and I haven't made it any better by not pursuing avenues that I should have, because I got in a really bad depression from the current young lady that I was with. And again, like I say, I chose a bunch of avenues improper. This is the reason I am in the position I'm in.
Yeah.
I mean, he said, she said, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If I would have been the responsible one and just tried to not look at my selfish point of view, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now.
Okay.
And even though I shouldn't be held accountable for some things that are going on. It doesn't matter who says what. If I would have done what I was supposed to do as a man and as a father, and being selfish, I truly didn't realize how bad that I was, and I hurt the ones that I love, and that will forever scar me, because I know I screwed up, and I am the reason that I am in this position.
Okay, but do you keep on doing the same stupid shit over and over again? Because it seems like this has been going on and on and on from what I follow.
I have, and it was like I guess all I could say in a nutshell is through the years, the things that have been done to me are just and saying is to, and it's not just accusations. I have proof or whatnot. The things that have been done to me as far as abuse-wise, whatever, and I'm not going there. But in this relationship, I should have stepped into it. I did give her a lot more and told her a lot more than I've told anyone. And I think by being the older person, I just assumed that it was like, you know, through all the years, okay, finally, it was like, it's not about a pity thing, but it was like, okay, but what about me? You know, finally, you know, I understand people make mistakes and blah, 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 two sides of every story, but I just got to the point where I was like, but what about me? You know, just for once in my life, I would like for someone to realize what I'm going through. And even though it was still a selfish move, and this is what got me to where I'm at now. I don't blame her for this, because if I would have been the man that I was supposed to have been and the father that I was supposed to be, maybe I wouldn't be here now.
Can I ask you?
I have nobody to blame.
Where are you now? What position? What are you up against now?
I have court in the morning, and that determines my freedom. And I don't feel too comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, and as far as the whole Jesus thing, it's not because I'm at the end of my rope.
Yeah.
It's that I had an epiphany last night, and I know it sounds all too, you know, whatever you call it, but I truly felt that, you know, I need to just let things go. I need to let everything go.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to just put it in his hands. And no one's told me this. This is what I feel in my heart. I feel that nothing, obviously up to this day, I'm 47 years old, and this is where my life has led to me. Nothing has worked. Nothing. It's just been a rat race. It's been he, she. And I'm tired of pointing the finger. I'm tired of hurting people. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of hurting. And I definitely know that I could have been a much better parent than I should have been in the past. Mm-hmm. Whether I'm, you know, it all odds are all right, whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. It just matters that obviously my course of actions have not been the best, and nobody's to blame but me. And I need to start taking action, and I need to start manning up, and it's going to take me a long time to gain people's respect, trust, and that's where I became last night. I've been having time to think. I'm not even angry anymore, and if I am, it's only at myself. I'm not out for revenge. I need to hand it over to someone and something bigger, and I don't know what else to do other than put my faith in God's hands, because I think that's where it needs to be. And I didn't say I woke up and saw the light. You know, it's none of that stuff because I'm at the end of my rope. It's where it needs to be, and I should have done it a long time ago and quit blaming others for a lot of it, and most of it, it's my fault.
Okay, I'm going to back you up some more. You have a grown daughter, pretty much. Do you have a relationship with her? I'm more about the kids, because as adults, you want to go blow your heads off and scream and yell, that's fine. I want to know what's going on with the kids.
Well, my daughter doesn't really much talk to me because of her own reasons. And do I have something to do with that? I'm sure I probably do.
It goes both ways. I mean, why would
it does.
You know,
because of just too much of me pointing the finger. I mean, a lot of crazy stuff has happened to me, and I do have proof of it, but it doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, you can't blame. You cannot blame. You know, keep saying, "Well, this happened to me, so I'm all." You know what I mean?
You're right.
You got common
You're
sense,
right.
dude. Let me ask you another question.
You're right.
I'm all over the map, but I'm backing up. Do you remember when you were a kid? You used to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And you were behind a dump truck, and a brick or something fell off the truck and hit you in the head and cracked your helmet. Remember that?
Yeah.
Do you think that has anything to do with it?
No, but God, I wish I could blame it
because I've been doing some thinking.
This is just sheer
stupidity.
Not much less just stupidity. It's just selfishness. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, because you know the thing is with blood and your children and things like that. Like, you know, I only have one. You know, and I waited a long time. Mine's only 13, but I don't know. I gave up a lot of stuff to make sure I was going to be her father. I went through hell to make sure I was going to be her father. And
I should have.
Well, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I mean, it's not over.
No.
You know, but
it's not.
But you keep bringing kids into this world is what I'm watching.
I know that. It's irresponsible.
You know?
It's irresponsible.
Yeah, good. Okay.
And it's very irresponsible, and it's not that I'm just running out there carelessly getting people pregnant, because I don't just do that. You know, I'm in a relationship, and the doom of all my relationships, for the most part, have been me, pride, selfishness, and just me. And I guess it just took just one last lump sum that just really just realized that I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry for the language.
No, it's okay. Because you hit the nail. I think you hit the nail on the head. I didn't want to start pissing you off.
It's not no. You're not going to piss me off. It's not about me. Which, you know, I understand everybody has a me. Everybody has, you know, a point where they should be recognized for, you know, or heartfelt for blah blah blah. But, you know, I realized that when you have children involved, it doesn't matter about me. It matters about them.
It sure does.
And if I would have been, and I'm embarrassed to say it, if I would have been a better man and a bigger father, I'm not going to give you excuses. Okay. I screwed up, and I'm here.
Okay, I know, and I'll give you credit for, again, coming on, because I'm picking you apart, and you know, you can give me, you know, detail. I don't need explicit details. I just need to know, because I'm looking at you I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I am insane, because I have not really. I'm not crazy. I'm not. What do you call it? Stalky kind of person. It's just I got too much in my head that I haven't dealt with. I chose the latter part.
Yes.
To point the finger, it was a lot easier, and then it's so much easier to give advice than it was to take advice. And the young lady that I was with presently, being younger than me than she is, she's actually taught me a whole hell of a lot about myself. And if I just kept my mouth shut and just listened, again, I may not be in this position. You know, I mean, I'm not saying it's all my fault. I'm not saying it's by any means her fault.
Right.
But whatever, regardless, has led this to make her feel to put me in this, or us in this position. And it's certainly not what I wanted anyone to feel like, especially, and I do love my children. I do. I go out of the best way I can, and it's not always been the proper way. But I have done the best I can for what I know, what I've, you know, about 90% of the time, I do the best I can. And could I have done better? Could I have done differently? Sure. And it just took this last hard knock to realize that I'm too old to be doing this stupid stuff. You know.
Is it going to be the last hard knock?
Yes, it definitely is. And that's why I'm in it.
You know,
because by turning over the faith, and because I mean, my life has not gotten me anywhere but angst, anger, constant, you know, hurt, whether it be me or someone else, and my kids certainly don't deserve it. And it doesn't matter who done what at this point. It just matters that I get back to reality, and I do whatever I can possibly do, and beg and plead, whatever happens tomorrow, to be the best man that I can be for myself, and the best father that I can be from day one, starting tonight or tomorrow, for my child. It's not about what was taken from me. It's not about who said. I don't even care anymore. I want this nightmare over, and I want to get back to what I used to be inside, in my heart, in my body. And I know I'm not some lunatic. Have I acted that way? Yes. It's embarrassing. Yes. And like I said, I want this nightmare over. I'm scared. I'm embarrassed. You name it.
Right.
But
you should be.
Tomorrow, whatever happens, yes, I am. And whatever happens tomorrow, it's not that I don't care, but I will, with a positive note, man up and do what I have to do to make everybody that I've hurt, and myself, especially my children, when I do go out, that I'm not going to go out looking like, you know, defensive coward, and I'm not. You
realize when you go, I mean, you've been to court already?
No.
No, never been to court yet?
No, tomorrow.
I thought you said you've been to court. Okay. You know, it's a shit place to be.
Yes, it is.
Everybody's standing behind you, listening to all your dirty laundry, and
that's right.
and the he said, and the judge is going to look at you, and you know, you're probably not going to stand a whole lot of a chance, because
I don't.
Because what's going on here just doesn't sound that good, you know. And I didn't like it.
It isn't good. It isn't good. And nobody needed to be here. regardless of what's been said, what's true and what's not, none of this needed to come to this. And if I would have just shut the hell up and listened again to someone else, then I wouldn't be in this predicament.
Emotions fly high, when you're all wound
Yes,
up.
they do.
And that's the problem. But, I'm more concerned when I'm hearing you that you're, trying to tell your kid, daddy isn't abandoning you. They don't understand that stuff, dude.
I know that.
Okay.
I know that. That sounds worse. And in my head at the moment, I thought maybe, I don't know if it's so much a cry for, for somebody just to believe me, because I know that I'm going to have a long road ahead of me. It is yet to begin.
Yep.
But I do know with a solid heart that I meant well for my children, but I'd also know that it didn't need to come to this to where I would have to be this way and talk to my children that don't know what I'm talking about online, which is embarrassing too, because I've never have been until the last couple of years been that dude that likes to air his laundry. And it's not that I needed pity or nothing like that. It was just, I have no excuse for it. It was what it was. And then, I see it later when its thoughts set in, and then I erase it because it's embarrassing and it looks bad, and I don't want it to be by no means worse on me, which, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. How about, I asked you about your daughter. How about you said you have a 13-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
What about him?
What about him?
Do you have a relationship with him?
Barely, because I met him for the first time when I was with the mother. For whatever and it was her reasons, not mine. It was nothing to do with what we went through or what we were doing. She was going through some stuff, and
two ships passing in the night, or what? Did you have a relationship?
Yeah, kind of fast, too fast. Definitely too fast. And she decided the latter route for her own well-being or whatnot. And I hadn't heard from her or him, and I definitely had looked for years, and just out of I don't know, it was luck, I guess. About a year and a half ago, she finally answered one of my questions about holidays on Facebook, and again, my news Facebook, but it was a shocker.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that I ran, because I didn't run from him or responsibility.
Right.
It was she had what she had going on, and I'm sure I didn't look the most solid person at the time, but and my last words to her were the fact, it ain't about us, it's about him or her.
Right.
What can I do regardless? What can I do? And that was the last words we spoke, and then she disappeared for her own reasons, and lived her own life, and vice versa. And I didn't hear from her until a year and a half ago, and I was driving long haul, and it was a shocker, and so I had to prepare my life for more company, and being what I've been going through lately with this last young lady, it's kind of hard to be in two places at one time.
You've been, I know, but again, I'm all about the kids, and you can't take this shit back. You can try to make, when it's over at the end of the day, and you're still relatively a young guy as far as I'm concerned, and I don't know what your lifespan's going to be if you do have this throat cancer or whatever, but you've been still.
Well, I certainly wouldn't.
You're still here.
Yeah.
You got time.
Yeah, I do, and the lack of shame is none. It's all there. It's just I can't believe I've allowed myself to be this way, and I can't believe I've allowed myself to try to.
Well, my thing is, look, I don't have you on because for me to fix you. I'm not a professional. Okay. I understand
that. You don't have to.
I try. Well, that's true,
Yeah,
but I got you on here so that way you can finally let people, that my people who they tune in for this kind of stuff, you can hear yourself, they can hear you. I'm not going to have any calls from other people bashing you or whatever. Maybe another time we'll follow up or something, but this is just you and me. And
bottom line is, I don't need to hear what I already know. I fucked up. Excuse my language. I effed up big time.
You did, but the thing is, I thought that this stuff. I've watched you do this and apologize many times. So what's to tell me that this time you're gonna? I'm in. Believe me.
There is nothing to convince you, and nor do I want to try to convince you.
No, it's for you, not me. I'm good.
What I need to do. It's what I need to do to myself.
Yes, you do. You do. Because you got...
the main thing is I don't need to be advertising my shit on Facebook.
That is true. But
I don't, and I only did that because I'm at the point in my life to where I know no one gives a shit, and all I do by talking about it, whether I'm right or wrong, it just makes it worse.
Well,
and it's kind of a grasp for please somebody just please God.
Yeah, you're out there.
And they don't have
you're grabbing
they don't
straws.
have any reason to. Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you're out there. You're you're out there. You want to be heard. You're out there doing it, and that's okay. But the thing is, if you think nobody gives a shit, this is where your lifeline comes in. It's like I come into Pensacola, and I do see a good bit of people, even if I have to go to the store or something. But when my mother was getting ill, or my father, or whatever, I'd bump into people who were in really bad shape, and they go, "Peter, man, if your mama needs anything, you let me know." And why? And I'm looking at them going, "Jesus, man, you got your own basket of stuff going on, but thank you."
Right.
You know what I mean? And all I can tell you is if you lead a pretty decent life, I mean, you're pretty good with people, it comes back to you.
Well,
so I don't know what you're doing.
That I led a decent life. It's just that over the last couple of years, I'm guessing, let's just say the last 10 years, because this relationship presently doesn't mark the spot as to why or whatever, so the last 10 years, it's not about why or should I have anybody. I don't need anybody in my corner. I need to be in my own corner, and I need to stop bullshitting, and I need to man up and face the things that I should have been faced, and stop pointing the fingers whether I'm right or wrong. And I just need to get down to business.
Yeah.
Stop. It's not that I'm out lying and bullshitting people.
Yeah.
It's that I felt that, me, why me?
Yeah.
All along when other people hurt too.
You're
and
right.
especially the one I'm with or was with could have been a great thing regardless, and I was supposed to set an example, and I destroyed it, and I didn't realize until it was too late.
Okay. I mean,
and I have nobody to blame.
No, okay, I get that, I do. But listen, let me tell you something. We all have hearts, and we all hurt, and everybody thinks it's just them. I've been fortunate. Steve Jones from the Pilots, when I was with the Pilots, and this man has become my rock over the past 10 years. When I was going through the hell I was going through, I would and a couple of other friends, my buddy Pepsi, and another friend of mine. What?
I mean, I watched what was available to see what you were going through.
Well, let me tell you, it's all out there. You just got to go into the back YouTube, things. And I have to lead by example because I've been there. That's why I do this. But they let me run. They let me cry. They let me get it out. That's what your friends are for. They just let you do it. But you just can't. And I saw there's some of your friends on Facebook, and they're going, "I got your, we believe in you, and that's good." But you just can't be doing it like that on Facebook.
I know. And even though the ones that claim they're my friends, and they probably are, but I was so self-absorbed, it's because I want to know why so much has happened to me. I just need to get over that because that has ruined my life. It has ruined my life, and it has ruined my last relationship.
Yep.
And there's nobody to blame but that. And it hurts saying it, but it's the truth. I mean, it is. And that's why I led myself to believe. And it's not that I'm the end of my rope and it's what I think people want to hear. I believe it in my heart, and that's what I'm going to follow. It's what I should have done a long time ago. It's my heart. No matter how much I was in pain, I should just always be like who I used to be, was to help people. But now it's time to help me, and not to be selfish, but to just do the right thing and quit. Just quit. The bull crap. Just quit. Just get back to reality, I guess you could say, because it makes me sound crazy. Because I'm not crazy. I'm just made so many bad choices.
Yeah, okay. I can live with that.
Well, that's politely,
Because I swear, because watching this, you got me so riled up, I just wanted to smack you in the back of the head and go, "Dude, what's up with you?" You know what I mean?
I understand, and I don't blame you.
And I'm doing that out of love. I'm not doing that out of I'm not trying to break your balls or nothing. Because I wouldn't be calling you. You know what I mean? But I truly believe I've had so many people that would come onto the show and air out their stuff and go, "Wow, I watched," and for some reason it sinks in even better than what you think reading or whatever does. It just does.
And in the last 5 days, I didn't need anybody to say anything or do anything. I have saw it myself, what I've done, what I've said, where I've been. And, you know, I'm not going to make excuses for it, man. It was bad timing. It was just selfishness and so many years of buildup of me, why me, why couldn't somebody, how come I didn't deserve, blah, blah. But it's even just further than that. It's just, you know, I've never been a self-absorbed type, but I just got into a rut because so much has happened, but it doesn't matter what's happened and how often it's happened and how many years it's happened. It's just the fact that it's life. Shit happens. You got to pick up your sticks and you got to keep going. And the one thing you got to do, and I learned, is you got to not do this stupidity, because, you know, when I do go out, whether it's this week, next month, or next year, or 10, whatever, I don't want my children looking at me like I'm some lunatic, and I don't want them second guessing my devotion and love for them, because I screwed up big time.
Kids are sponges.
I learned bad. I learned a very bad, valuable lesson. Again, I lose, and it's no one's fault but mine. But I'm going to pick this up.
All right, let me ask you another question. You still drink? Do you drink? Like excessively?
Yeah.
Excessively?
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, each to their eyes, but no, on a daily basis, no, nothing like that.
Okay,
I'm not an alcoholic.
When you're doing this stupid shit, are you, you know, like fueling the fire?
Not all the time. I have, but it's not like it's a drunken episode. It's just, you know, if I do drink, it's not that I need it or nothing by no means. I just drink because I had too much time on my hands, and I should have been.
No, I get it. Believe me.
Less time on my hands. Yeah. You know, feeling too comfortable where I was at, and I let it get the best of me, and there's no excuse for it.
Do you have a job?
Alcohol. Yeah, I have. Yes, I have one now, but okay. I don't know what's going to happen until tomorrow. So, okay. And that's another thing. You know, it's part of all this.
Yeah, money.
Not manning up when I should have. I took my relationship for granted. It doesn't matter who else did either. It just matters that I still was the man of the family, and I chose this path, and this is my fault. It doesn't matter who did what. It just matters that I should still do what I'm supposed to do, and I didn't. Right. Not entirely.
Right.
So here I am.
Here you are, and here we are. And
at 47.
47. But, you know, again, I don't know how sick you are, but until you die, or when or if you die, you have a chance to turn this around. But it sounds to me like there's going to be a price to pay tomorrow. I don't know.
Oh, there is.
You know,
there definitely is.
I'm no genius.
I'm not going in. You don't have to be.
Yeah.
I know what's happening.
Yeah, it's. Believe me, I've stood before courts, and it's a bitch. It's a real big bitch, and it's who the hell is calling? And that's a problem. And you know, the one thing my attorney, who I'm still in debt to, told me was the one thing about court is you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what mood the judge is in. You don't know anything.
Right.
And
I've been here before.
Okay, even on your best behavior, when you start dumping and your emotions get involved, and with me, my voice would start getting louder because I just get so nerved up. And
me too.
I can't stay. I'm not the calmest of calm. I mean, that takes practice, which is not the kind of practice I want to have.
Right. And regardless of what happens tomorrow, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
I know exactly where you're coming from, because this isn't my first rodeo.
Oh, okay, shocking.
And, you know, I could be going, I could be going looking for an attorney. You know what? I don't even...
No, they cost money.
It's not that. You know, it doesn't. At this point, it's not about the accusations that are just really sick and heinous that I have nothing to do with. But it's just at the point right now where it's not that I don't care. It's just that I just want to get past it.
Yeah.
I want to be the bigger person, and I want to be the father that I'm supposed to be. That's the main thing. The father that I'm not going to say I don't care about the girl, because I do. Regardless of anybody's feelings, I need to be the father that I'm supposed to be a long time ago, and come hell or high water, starting tomorrow, regardless of what I have to pay, so be it.
Okay.
I put myself here, and I'm going to be it, and I'm going to keep my head held high, and I'm going to give my faith into his hands where it should have been, and because it couldn't do me wrong. I mean, it hasn't gotten me anywhere now. Making my own decisions, stupid, and just me. basically it's just a self-learned lesson, a horrible self-learned lesson.
Yeah, but you're way in deep, and like I said, you got a lot of paddling to do, and I hope you survive. Well, you will survive this one way or another. But again, the biggest thing you can do is stop talking shit, no matter what. You know, that's your biggest. Put yourself in hot water because it's too much, and focus on the kids. You know, if you cannot get a relationship with the baby mama, then you focus on the
that.
You know, that's what I'm saying. You say that now, but I mean, time heals all. I still don't talk with my ex. She doesn't talk. She could be 3 feet in front of me and will not even look at me, and I just have to accept that. You know, when she wants to come around,
and I do too.
Yeah, you know, but my daughter fared well, and that's all that matters to me. But most kids do not fare well. I had a partner on this show when I first started.
Because I haven't fared well.
Well, I know, but you know, where are you going to start? With you, and then you know, and your kids.
Yes,
Numero
exactly.
uno.
That's right.
All right. Well,
no matter what it takes.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, as always, keep my eye on you. You know, I mean, I'm pretty heavy. That's what I do. I watch what's going on Facebook. My whole thing is about this and people on Facebook. But and we're going to see, you know, later on down the road, and maybe I'll give you a call again, and we'll see where we're going. But you know, I just had to hear it from you, and I'm sure there's two sides to every story, and I don't want to go to he said, she says. I don't want to do it. You were kind enough to do this, and you admitted, you know, you're messed up, and that's fine. I just hope to God that you can, you know, it's not going to be easy. It's you know, you can't just change overnight.
No, you can't, and that's why I say I'm handing it over to his hands because. Okay. And I'm not just one of them, you know, people in prison, a newfound religion. It's not.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
That's not it.
Okay.
It's because obviously my life hasn't led me to where it should be because of my actions.
Yeah.
And it, you know, there's always somebody higher above you, and there is. And I believe in my heart that I need to let for a lot of things go, and I need to just fucking buck up and be a man. Period.
Okay. And I hope that when you get your shit together. And I didn't say if, I said when, that you'll find some way to reach back out to your kids that are grown or the 13 and somehow just start over. You know, and you can start on that now. And you start with I'm sorry, or if it was you or whatever the reasons were. It's, you know, it's better to start with that than nothing.
Yeah,
and,
you're right.
Because they're going to grow, and it's like I don't know that feeling, you know, because I've been very fortunate. I guess my mother and father used to argue like cats and dogs, but they were still my mother and father, and you know, I owe pretty much everything to them, and you know, but everybody's got different scenarios. I liked your mom. I thought your mom was cool. I don't know what's going on between you guys. I was hoping to hear that, you know, you had some kind of support or something because your parents are your parents.
Well,
but
yeah, they are.
You know,
but, you know, there's like you say, there's two sides to every story, and not every parent was meant to be a parent. Doesn't make them bad.
I get it, and that's true. And just like these parents that step out and all that, because I'll tell you, I'll tear a new asshole to. There's women who step out and leave the kids to the dad, and there's dads that step out and just walk away, and I hate them.
If I could have vented, say 20, 30 years ago, probably half of my self-inflicted bullshit wouldn't be today.
What was stopping you 30 years ago?
I'm just going back, say,
I know.
30 years.
I understand that.
If I had someone to open up to that I could trust.
Really? You didn't have anybody that you could talk? You didn't talk to anybody?
You know, if I did, no, I didn't. Obviously, because look, I'm on your show at 47, like a child, like a fucking teenager.
I don't feel like that because you know.
I'm just saying that because it's unnecessary. Okay. I'm here where I'm at right now because it's unnecessary.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever been to therapy?
Yeah, once or twice.
What'd you think of it?
I didn't like the outcome because in my head, which doesn't make me right or wrong, I didn't feel that somebody that didn't know me should judge me and tell me what to do. And it's not that I was being told what to do. I was being judged like I was constantly on the defense, and I was.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it takes you don't always get the right therapist either.
You know, and I definitely didn't. You know, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know, they're the professional and not me.
Nah, I've seen some therapists that are more fucked up than the people that are charging $150 an hour to. But
you're right.
There are some good ones
out
there.
I'm sure there are, and I found one that actually wound up being solid and a decent friend after the trouble I was in at the time, and you know, because I respected him and he respected me, and he gave me a lot of very wise advice, and unfortunately, I didn't listen to entirely all of it, and I wound up in another situation.
All right. Fair enough. Again. All right. Look, we're going to wrap this up since you got to get up in the morning, and I need a couple of minutes before we go. It's only an hour show. Again, I appreciate you opening up and giving me some insight to you, because I had lost many, many years with you, and all I'm watching and reading is a bunch of chaotic stuff through the years, and I was, and it just baffled me, because it just blows my mind. Everybody's got their problems, and again, but I always think that letting it out is the key to you got to get it. Even when I let it out, and I'm still wound up. Imagine if I didn't let it out. But that's why I do
definitely
this show.
let it out.
Okay. All right, then I'll
just not on the right people in the right way.
Yeah, you need to make sure you stay. Your shit stays to yourself, or don't be bleeding on Facebook. I mean, it's not helping you, bro. It's not helping you at all.
No, it's not.
I mean,
no, it's not.
There's certain things you can say, happy thoughts, but writing a book about and you're messing. That stuff doesn't go away. It's hard to erase
Actions.
that.
Actions speak louder than words.
Well, you made some actions, but they're actions on words. And
that's what I meant.
And everybody, that stuff is there forever, and anybody can pull it up and go, look at the bullshit he's writing.
You're
stuff,
right. You're right.
It'll hold up in court.
You're right.
So,
You're right.
So
I'm sure it will.
All right, then. Well, I just, you can't change that, but you can start tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
All right. I wish you the best. Again, we'll find out. I will. You can just make sure you stay on Facebook, but short thoughts. You made it.
Use it as it's intended.
Yeah, and we'll find out what's going on, and we'll check on you in a month or so, and see where we're going. And just because I'm sure people are going to be curious, and we'll take it.
I'm sure.
Well, it's you doing. Believe me, it's not just you. This is a typical case, but I know you, so I wanted to. I felt obligated to let you air something out, because apparently whatever you're airing out isn't working. So we did it without you having to write, specifically, and nobody knows who you are.
Well, I can only imagine.
All right, well, it's true. I mean, you're just Jeff, and that's it. All right, buddy. You get some rest, and I wish you the best tomorrow. And because it's it's just whatever happens. You'll take your licks, and you go from there. Okay.
Right on.
All right. Well, we'll talk in the future. I appreciate it. All right, brother.
Bye.
Good night. Boop, boop, boop. Oops, well, there you have it. Oops, I just dialed him again. Jeff. Somebody going through a lot of stuff. Baby mamas. I learned more than I even knew. He had a lot of things going on. He's got 3.5 kids. One's on the way, and I didn't know that. He has a grown daughter, 24. Christ, I still have a 13-year-old, and I got 10 years on him. But I think we're going to have to listen to some chill music after this. Let's all decompress. Are you ready? Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. That's, again, everybody, some people do things that you regret, and this is definitely one of those cases. And I had to get to the bottom of it, because, again, I feel bad. I really do. But, hang on. But now we're going to get the final
things.
Hello. Turn that down.
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the comment of the evening.
Well, I feel for your buddy.
You do?
I really do.
Yes.
I feel for you, too.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I just want to tell him and you
yes,
that as men, we were set up from the start on all this. We were set up to fail. Right from the time you were little boys.
Why?
And I'll leave with this. We tell girls when they skin their knee, oh, it's okay, Judy. Go ahead, cry. Yeah, let it out. Yeah, good girl. What do we tell the boys?
Suck it up.
That's right, Barry. Push your pain down. So now you marry these women, and they look for this emotional connection that we are just incapable of giving. So
See, I'm kind of middle of the road. I'm not afraid to cry, but just don't judge my my kindness for weakness. It's one of those deals.
So
I know. I hear you. Look. I've known him since he was a kid. I knew him when he was a kid. Let's put it that way. I've known him, but somehow or another, this is how Facebook connects you with everybody. And I just saw this, and it was bothering me. It was bothering me because I just don't like seeing anybody go through it. I'm going, this is pretty messed up. And I did, so I'm glad he came on. I'm glad he realizes what's going on. I just hope that he's going to, somehow dig his way out of the whole deal, because life is short. And you don't want to.
His name was Jeff, right?
Yes.
Hey, Jeff, don't do any backyard brain fountains, okay, buddy?
That's okay. No, you won't. You know why?
We need you.
You know
You're
what?
important to us.
Yes, and he'll figure out backyard brain fountain. That's great. You and that's your trademark. You know what? You need to live for your kids, and I'm a firm believer in that. I think anybody who steps out and leaves their kids behind is the ultimate damage. I mean, now there are people who with mental depression and things like that, but I just think that that it's very difficult, and if you care anything about your kids, you're going to live and stomach through it because they need their father, not why or their mother. Why did my mother off herself? Why did my father? Why? What did I do wrong? So
yeah, we'll get into the kids next week.
Yes, we will. All right.
Hey, Jeff, just to let you know, they're all filthy whores. Peace out. I got to go.
All right, James. Thank you very much. I'll see you around.
Peace.
Yes. Wow. James from Culver City putting his 2 cents in. I got a couple of minutes left. Maybe I'll take one more phone call, if any, but then we're going to get the hell out of here. And next week, I don't know what we're doing next week. We just do, figure out something to bitch about. But this show was supposed to be a few weeks ago, and for some reason we just couldn't do it. And I was, had my doubts about tonight, but I'm glad he came through, and I'm glad we talked about it. I think it's the beginning of a good start. And that's it. Hang on one second. You got 3 minutes. What's up? Put down the
Hello,
phone.
sir.
Yes. Hello, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Peter G., sir?
I'm good. Welcome to the Life of Peter G. What's up?
A big fan of your show.
Are you? Thanks. I'm a big fan of yours, too.
Oh, I'm so sure.
Yeah.
I just got one thing to say, man. Just part of being human is just making sure that we don't make the same mistakes twice.
Well,
and, so let's not try to be too hard on ourselves, but in the same way, let's, just try to abide by the golden rule and not be a dick.
Truer words have never been better said. Thank you, old wise one. That was the infamous Pepsi. I can't wait to get him back on this show. That's going to be great, but Pepsi, I appreciate your words of wisdom. All right, we're running out of time. I don't know where the hell all of you been, but again, I hope that when we rebroadcast these shows during the week, you start a watch party. You share the shows. You just start the watch party and don't know who you're going to be helping. Lots of people need to hear this stuff because I'm telling you, it's unfortunately an epidemic of crap that goes on in life, and a lot of people just don't know how to handle it and turn to making lots of big mistakes, drinking. Myself, I just you get so fed up, and I'm not even a good drinker, but you just want to kill time and take the edge off, and it turns into a disaster. I mean, it's just unnecessary stuff because who doesn't want to be happy? It's like Jesus. Everybody wants to be happy, but it just doesn't go that way. All right, we're about out of time. I love and appreciate all of you. I thank all of you for paying attention. And like I said, the show grows through the week. I'm going to be here every Sunday night, as always, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, and 11:30 on the East Coast. Life with Peter G. I just want you to call and get what's off your chest. Tonight, I had a specific subject with a specific person who was willing to open up and discuss, his situation, which has been long and ongoing. But I appreciate that because it takes balls to just talk about, mistakes you make or your situations. But again, at the same time, I think it does a lot of good. So you get it and you air it out and you just, you can't hold it all in. You explode. But again, I want to thank my sponsors, Bolt Energy. Electrify your senses. Ask for it in stores. They're growing. If it's not near you, then keep asking for it, and they'll bring it. Ask for it, and it will come. All right. Bolt Energy drink tastes great. Less filling. Susie asks, "Hi, Susie. Now everything's slowed down. Why am I wearing sunglasses?" Well, they're not sunglasses. But number two, the camera and the monitor are right next to each other, and I keep staring at the monitor. It's just habit because I can't read everything if I'm staring at the camera. And if I take the glasses off, I look cockeyed, okay? Number one. Number two, they're bifocal reading glasses, so I can see what's going on down there. It just looks better. Trust me. You don't want to see this. Pensacola loves you, too. I love Pensacola. I love the whole Gulf Coast area. I'll be doing shows from down there in July. Can't wait to be there. But I got, family business now. I'm the only family, but I got things to take care of, so we're going to do it from the Gulf Coast in one way, shape, or form. I'll be leaving. I'll be flying solo, and that's a bitch because I'll be half solo. I got a little bit of help over there, right, Paul? And that's it. So till next Sunday, I hope all of you join me every week. And again, share. I want you to hit the share button when you're watching the shows and start the watch party. Remember, it regurgitates through Facebook. You don't have to, if you miss it, you can watch it anytime during the week. Just go to the Peter Giso page and just pull the show up. It's right there, and you can watch it at your own convenience. It uploads to YouTube tomorrow, a day after, and I haven't started getting these to podcast yet because we're waiting. Apple is, iTunes, they're separating. They're doing a bunch of stuff, and it's my bad. All these shows have not gone since the beginning of the year, but because I know people like to listen while they're working and listen while they're driving and all that, and it really does work, and it's my bad, but we're getting there, okay? I'm behind, but there's lots of good older shows with lots of good information and entertaining. A couple of jokes in there. Tonight wasn't full of jokes. Tonight was kind of serious business, but it is what it is, and I'll take it. Very lucky for everything, okay? I'm blessed. I'm glad to be here. I love you guys very much, so we'll see you next Sunday night, right, boys? And I want to thank my guys, and I want to thank you. And we're out of here. We're already running out of time, a couple of minutes, but that's okay. Life's, I can do what I want, and my sponsors, all right? So peace out. We'll see you around.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Peter G Show, Divorce Dad.